Welcome to the upper frequency line. This is a recording of a live connection session with Eva and Therese. Please give yourself time to sit undisturbed during the connection. Sit comfortably with closed eyes or looking softly into the distance.
Welcome to the 14th of October, checking in with the field, the frequency line and the shield, and anything else that we want to have a look at. So the greater field is it's quite expectant, might be a good word.
To me, it feels like it's got a completely different feel and tone and substance. Everything feels very different after yesterday.
It does. It actually it feels like the field is sitting in the sky as well.
Yeah, it's very different, but I can't really put my finger on what is. It's just a completely different feel. But everything is still there. I can still feel everything else, but it's just, I don't know.
I can the line, this out on the ledge, this see-through ledge in above that, the big drop, the big sort of waterfall drop, well, straight out from the ledge. It's actually widened. It's not a ledge anymore. It's actually a complete ground. Still see-through, but it's widened, so it's not a ledge. It's not a narrow ledge. It's like really, it runs in both directions, as all the way around the world, maybe. So, and down there is no longer, like, it's not visible anymore.
Is this our lifeline?
It's not a lifeline. It's a new world.
Okay.
It's so instead of the ground being down there, the ground is now up here.
Yeah. And this is available for who?
It doesn't actually respond to that at all. It just is.
Yeah.
It's like the other one is gone.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that this is the new timeline.
Yeah.
And the one that went down is no longer an option.
Yep. Sounds good
It's
to me.
disappeared completely. So it feels very solid. It's still see-through, so it's not completely physical yet.
Yep.
But then again, the way it looks to me is like it's all a bit see-through. But I don't know. Maybe it's something that will get more sort of built in as we go along. But it does, yeah, it's the only way I can sort of make sense of it is that junction or that separation, that junction point where the waterfall went down on the 13th, that yeah, that one's no longer a possibility. And so this is the new timeline and the new world.
Yep.
It's quite matter of fact. Because like there's no other explanation, there's no other option.
When I start, my mind is starting to like, okay, so I feel these people who were down on the bottom line, and then I feel them into this world.
No, it says there are no people on the bottom line.
No.
It's not a current timeline. So this appears to be more like a timeline as opposed to a frequency line.
Yeah.
So it feels a bit different compared to the split on the 30th of September. Sorry, on the 31st of August, where there were two lines running. There is only one line now. And it's the high road, the high line. It's at the same level that we've been on since the 7th of September.
Yeah.
So it seems that on the 13th, the lower alternative got lopped off from that junction point.
Yesterday, 13th of October.
Yeah. It feels like a week ago.
Yeah.
Was it only yesterday? Oh my God. Maybe time appears different here too on this line.
I like this feeling because we're all in this together.
Yeah. Yep. It's quite interesting because there is no doubt. I can't even go there. It's just it is.
Unity. Yeah.
There's no. It's like standing right in front of me. There isn't even a possibility to be unsure or not know what I'm seeing, or not being, keeping options open, or it's like, nope, this is what it is. Okay. Which is also interesting, because I was just listening to Stu Peters' show, where a man came forward who seems to have the power to end the shadow government. Not necessarily immediately, but within a couple of years. And probably starting much earlier than that. But so that seems to maybe fit in with that too.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it doesn't even feel like a relief or anything like that. It
No.
just is.
Yep.
Just is.
Yeah.
But it feels so good to be so matter of fact. Yeah.
To me, the unity really stands out.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's interesting. So if we look at our frequency line, how many percent of the people are now on the upper line? 100%. Yeah. So it fits with that. So no one went into the free fall.
No, I'm so pleased with that. No one is getting left behind.
No, doesn't look like it. They probably, a lot of people probably have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
With themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're all on the same line.
Yeah.
Moving forward as a unit. Yeah, I would have thought that, it would feel like victory, or it would feel like this or that, but there's none of that actually.
No.
There's not even any elation or anything like that. It just is. And that feels really good.
It's like we've known all along that it's going to be like this. Then it's not a surprise or anything.
Even though we had no idea, like ever since this journey started, since the 8th of the 8th, it's we've just been observing and co-creating with the frequency line, and the shield, just happened of its own accord, really, by just sitting with it, being present with what wanted to happen. But we didn't know anything other than that I had the vision, from the 9th. But other than that, we've just sat with an open mind, and we, open to co-create. But now it doesn't feel like co-creating anymore. Like from today, this now feels it's already done. It's an already existing place. And I don't know, is that because of the work that we and everyone else did? And the universe, mostly the universe. Or did we just observe what was already in motion, already happening, already plans already laid, so to speak, for to get to this point? I don't know. And I don't know if it's going to be the same tomorrow, but right now that's what it feels like, and that's what it looks like.
There has been so many times during the last 2 year and a half, 2 years, that it has felt so much that it's a script, and especially from the nasty side, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, that certainly has been a script, yes.
Yeah, but one can wonder if that's a script. One can wonder if the rest is a script. Is it all a script?
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either. But it certainly has felt like we have been part of creating for these past couple of months.
Yes, definitely.
Because we've been sitting with it, and because we've been sitting with it, it's been developing.
Yeah. It might have been developing anyway.
But whether that has been developing in the whole world or just in, let's say, our aspect of the world, you know, if we have any, if our presence with that has had any impact on what's been building or not, it responds, and with it has had an impact, and the response is gratitude.
Yeah.
Can you feel that?
Yeah.
So we've been co-creating, co-building in our own fields, but at the same time in the greater field as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It really feels like, to me, it feels like let the show begin.
Yeah. Yeah. This is day one of the new world, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is what it feels like. And it even feels like that lower aspect is completely wiped out. Like there's not even any memory of it.
Yeah.
It's like a blank slate at this higher level. It does feel like, you know, humanity or people, individuals still have, you know, their work to do. Like there are still people who behave badly against other people or against themselves. that hasn't really changed overnight. It's but it's like, how should I say that? It's like they now have no option to continue doing that, because the level that we're on leads to transformation, like for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no getting away from it.
So it's like they can't get away from transforming.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, there's no option anymore.
No.
You just gotta deal with your shit.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
And that's probably gonna get a bit nasty, because it usually does if you get when stuff comes up and you need to deal with.
It's actually not unlike what the situation is in our society here in Australia, where everyone is being herded in the direction of jabs. Except here at this level, it's not about jabs. It's like everyone, the only way forward is working through your stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a bit similar. It's just different level. Yeah. That's going to be interesting to see how that happens in people in society.
Like, for me, the feeling is like it doesn't feel like anything different is gonna. It's not gonna be much different for me right now. It's just gonna continue on, and I can feel a little bit more. I think things will have a little bit more of a sparkle. I guess it's like there's gonna be a bit more magic, and it feels like that can build. That the magic will build eventually, or whatever. But
What it feels like here in this new world is it's a whole other playing field compared to before.
yeah, it's like playing in a. If you have a concert and you play in a room for 10 people compared to playing in an arena for 1,000 people, it's a completely different thing.
Yeah, the difference that I can feel with it is that the lower octaves are not available anymore. So it's like, even if they want to behave really badly, it's like it's not gonna be able to. They're not gonna be able to entertain those thoughts. It's like a gentle nudge. But in order to do and be at that very low level, you have to have access to those lower levels, and
Yeah,
that's no longer there.
yeah. So this is because this has happened because there's enough of souls who are being positive and doing the work now. Oh.
I don't know if that's why. Maybe this is like a great, plan, like you were saying. Maybe it was already planned. Maybe it was already. I know, for instance, Kim Goguen. I mentioned her before. She and Penny Kelly were talking about in an interview, that it was already set. and it was supposed to be in November, but it had been brought forward to mid to end October, and they didn't go into what that was, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is what it is.
Yeah.
That it's got to do with the timeline and what level the timeline is at.
Yeah.
Because it feels like a much bigger thing than us.
Oh, definitely.
Well, not us as you and I, but like humanity even. It feels like a much bigger thing. And actually also much bigger than intergalactic or anything like that. It's more like in the makings of the whole of existence.
Yeah.
Like a turning point or a new chapter, or in the whole story of creation kind of thing. It's that level. And you might find that the stuff that we've been experiencing in these sessions for the past few months, and also you and I have been doing a lot of work for the past, couple of years through the Uluru sessions, and a lot of other people around the world have been doing similar kind of work, I'm sure. You might find that all of that kind of work has been to actually raise our vibration to prepare us for this level.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of the forerunners to be able to understand all of these things and to be able to show the way or make sense of things, or
if we hadn't done so well, then it might not have happened until November, but there's been a lot of work done, so now it's gone forward quicker.
I don't know if that's the reason or not, but maybe it does respond a bit to that. So if all these people hadn't been doing this kind of work, let's see, when would this shift had happened? When would this manifestation have happened? What's today? 14. 28th of October is the date I get if all of us hadn't been doing all this work.
Yeah.
But it's like it's inevitable.
Yeah.
So it would have happened anyway. It's just, how easy or difficult is it for us and for other people if you haven't done the work? It's not necessarily a walk in the park to be on this higher line. I don't think so. Because you have to work through all your stuff, all your shadow.
Yep.
So we've been doing it for years already, but all the people that haven't.
Yeah, but I still feel, to me, it still feels when a trigger comes up and you have to work with, I will have to work with my stuff. It still feels like it's got more sparkles around it. Like it's compared to when I would do it previously. It's just a difference. There's more sparkles on the work.
Compared
feeling
to 2 days
before.
ago, or compared to years ago?
Oh, compared to probably years ago. I don't. The sparkles have probably just started now, but there has been more. I can feel there has been more value in the work as the years have gone by, and
Yeah. Because we've been doing things at a higher and higher level.
yeah, now we're at the sparkling level.
All the work that we've done, and it's very visible as well. You know, when we have something big happen that we have to work through, how quickly does that work through? Very quickly.
Yeah.
Hours or days.
Yep.
Even very big life-changing things.
Yep.
Even minutes. Sometimes it just depends if you've got, someone to talk to. Like if we talk about it, then it happens very, very quickly.
If you catch it at the right time and get the right connection and right words at the same right time, it's gone in minutes.
Yeah. You just have to be able to identify what it is that's going on. And that's often easier with someone else, or at least like talking to someone else, because even if the other one isn't able to hold the space in the right way, or help you through it, or even identify what is actually going on, but just sort of opening up about whatever, or talking about whatever it is with someone, can let you see it yourself as well.
Yeah. I'm just feeling into the shield.
The shield is actually, it's a different shape. It's actually open.
It's very different, eh?
It's like an upside down bowl, nearly. Whereas before, it always, to me, felt like, well, now it's sort of the right way up as a bowl. Whereas before it was, an upside down bowl in a way. And at times also like a round ball around us. But now it's actually an open bowl. That's very interesting. Like in this place, it doesn't need to protect in that way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, our bodies, we are still sort of in this. No, it's saying we are not. Okay, so it actually looks like 3D that's down there, and so we are now in 4D. Like the world, our reality is now in 4D.
Yeah. That's
so
cool.
3D has been chopped off.
Yeah.
The 3D line has been chopped off. So it's not as low. It couldn't go as low as it was before. Yeah, that's interesting. 4D is still, pretty low in comparison to the 5D up here, but if we consider where we are when we walk out on the street and we get assaulted by the police for not wearing the right face clothes or whatever it might be. I know it's like it can't do that. So can you feel that?
Yeah, I can.
It's like it's not an option anymore.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if we can walk around like among other people and that cannot happen. Like it just evades those things. If you're at this level, then it's like, just floats around that kind of obstacle. That is very interesting. I don't know if it would do that, but certainly I haven't met any bad remarks or anything, and I walk around without anything on my face.
Yeah.
I do wear a little tag saying that I don't have to wear one, but still. I'm you know, I smile happily to and meet everyone's eyes that I meet on my way to the shop or whatever it is. I go out of my way to make eye contact, to smile, to get a response and give a response. And that works really well. So it's actually very interesting. I'm feeling a lot of love right now. My heart field is really engaged, even towards the government people.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that because we have been sitting, when we sit and do this kind of work, we often range quite high in frequency, much higher than the general field because of the work that we do. But then when we're kind of, our normal selves, not in an altered state, we drop down or range a bit, from 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 in the levels. But it feels like now we can't drop as far down.
Yeah.
And that means like we've kind of stepped up a bit. It's not any higher really than we have been all along here, but now it feels like it's not possible to drop down, and that also means that it's easier for us to hold those higher places like 7th dimension.
Yeah.
Which is where I'm feeling this is right now, the love feeling, even towards those who have been the perpetrators in this drama. So it feels like it's easier to hold an even higher level than we have been holding when we do the work. Like to maintain a higher level.
Yeah.
From now on. Feels very solid in the higher. It's very stable, very. Yeah. No other option now.
Oh.
So that's okay. That's good.
Yep.
We like that.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.